Avengers Infinity War was full of fantastic scenes from start to finish. From Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Wong taking on Cull, Obsidian, and Ebony, to Thanos arriving in Wakanda and causing universal mayhem. It was a truly amazing spectacle. But some pretty interesting scenes didn't even make it into the movie, some of which were filmed, some of which weren't. And now it's time to see some scenes that almost made the final cut. Be warned, there are spoilers ahead. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way of keeping up to date with all of Screen Rant's great new videos. XANDAR'S destruction. The opening scenes of Avengers Infinity War showed Thanos was already in possession of the Power Stone as he ransacked the Statesman, beat down the Hulk with ease, killed Heimdall and Loki, and took the Tesseract. There was a throwaway line later in the movie that clarified he had decimated Xandar a week earlier in order to acquire the former item. This annoyed some fans who believe the scene should have been depicted on screen, but both the writers and directors of the movie have given legitimate reasons why, after having considered including Xandar's destruction in the final movie, they decided against it. Writer Stephen McFeely said it would have made the movie unwieldy, while director Joe Russo has said that he and his brother thought it'd be one too many, given that there were 6 stones for Thanos to collect, and given that everyone knew where the Power Stone was, they figured it would be easy to deal with it off-screen.
What the hell is that? Everyone's got a gimmick now.
Falcon in space. Early in Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man was alerted to the presence of alien intruders on Earth by his spider sense, which subsequently saw him join the fight against Cull, Obsidian, and Ebony in New York City. Soon after, he inadvertently ended up in space with Iron Man and Doctor Strange. But that almost didn't happen, as it was supposed to be a different hero in Spider-Man's place for the whole scenario. Writer Christopher Marcus revealed it was almost Sam Wilson, the superhero otherwise known as Falcon, who joined the fight and ended up in space, while the Webbed Wonder remained firmly on terra firma. Marcus said the scenario would have been fun and interesting, and it's hard to deny that that would have been the case, but we're certainly happy with the final version, as Spidey's contribution to the New York fight and the battle against Thanos on Titan were fantastic.
If you need me, I'll be there.
The Secret Avengers. After having to go on the run following the events of 2016's Captain America Civil War, Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon re-emerged in Scotland in Avengers Infinity War to save Vision and the Scarlet Witch from an attack by Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. They fended off Thanos' children and took their former Avengers teammates back to America, before participating in the climactic battle against the Mad Titans army in Wakanda. But there was almost a scene depicting what the trio had been doing since Civil War. It was actually filmed, and it sounds like they've been kept on their toes in the last couple of years. Writer Christopher Marcus said, "We had a couple of really cool versions of an action sequence illustrating what Steve, Natasha, and Falcon, basically the Secret Avengers, have been up to. They kicked a lot of ass, and it was brutal."
You will already be dead.
Losing Gamora. In the scene on Nowhere in Avengers Infinity War, Thanos kidnapped Gamora, one of his adoptive daughters, so she could lead him to the Soul Stone. We never really saw her fellow Guardians of the Galaxy reacting to the kidnapping, and one scene that nearly made it into the movie would have shown that. Director Joe Russo described it as a straight-up comedic scene, but his brother Anthony went into more detail about it, saying that the Guardians were sort of stuck without knowing what to do or where to go. Anthony Russo also said that the scene was really fun and very endearing, but it just couldn't be squeezed into the final cut, because it wasn't quite pushing the movie where it needed to go. It sounds like fans would have enjoyed the scene, but it might have seemed a bit weird for the Guardians to react to Gamora's kidnapping in a humorous way, even when you consider their inherently lighthearted nature.
Mr. Stark.
Captain?
Iron Man and Captain America. One of the only truly disappointing things about Avengers Infinity War was we didn't get to see Tony Stark and Steve Rogers reuniting after their conflict in Captain America Civil War. Stark contemplated calling Rogers, but he ended up in space, while Rogers remained on Earth, with Bruce Banner having to call him using the phone Stark had dropped during the early fight with Cull, Obsidian, and Ebony in New York. But there was almost a reunion for the pair in the movie, as writer Stephen McFeely described a wonky draft that had them in the same room dealing with their issues. However, McFeely and fellow writer Christopher Marcus decided it would have slowed the movie down too much. It needed to be propulsive and all about Thanos, so we'll have to wait until the as-yet untitled 4th Avengers offering to see Iron Man and Captain America fighting alongside each other again.
Put on the suit. Yep.
And that is the end of our video. Did you enjoy it? Would you have preferred it if these scenes would have been included in Avengers Infinity War? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Screen Rant for more great videos like this one. Bye for now!